All right, welcome into Jammin' Sports, everybody, as we're turning our attention now to baseball. Baseball doubleheader for you. First up, it'll be the National League Championship Series game number 4 between the Giants and the Phillies. The Giants lead the series 3-0. They can wrap it up tonight with a win. And then after that, we'll have game 5 of the American League Championship Series between the White Sox and the Mariners, and that series is tied at 2 games apiece. So without further ado, let's head out to Philadelphia for this one. It'll be the Giants and the Phillies. Game number 4 here at Jammin' Sports. And there's your lineups. We're ready to go. Jammin' Sports presents game number 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Giants and the Phillies, live from Shibe Park in Philadelphia. Giants can wrap it up with a win tonight. They've taken the first 3 games. They lead the series 3-0. Game 4, the NLCS, up next here at Jammin' Sports. All right, we go to the top of the first. Pete Alexander will be the starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. Philadelphia up against the wall, down 3-0 in the series. Hank Thompson, the right fielder, or the left fielder, no, the right fielder, I'm sorry, will start things off for the Giants here in the top of the first. And we're underway from Shibe Park. Hits one out to Schwarber in left. Makes the play for out number 1. Kyle Schwarber makes the play. Starting lineup for the Giants. Third baseman Freddie Lindstrom will be up next here at Shibe Park in Philadelphia. And now third baseman Lindstrom comes up to the plate. The pitch, and he fouls that off down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1. Just underway. Live from Philadelphia. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. In their first strike, they'll leave the count at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. He did not go around. Counts at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off down the third base line. Count remains at 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. No, it's a walk. My bad. It'll be a walk. A 1-out walk. And now Barry Bonds will come up. Takes first pitch for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Counts 0-1 to Barry Bonds. The 0-1 pitch. Up high, ball 1. Count evens up at 1-1. Lindstrom at first base for the Giants. 1 out. We're in the top of the first, no score here in Game 4. And now the 1-1 pitch. Just outside. Count goes to 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to Barry Bonds. Three-1 pitch. He went around. We got a full count to Bonds at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ripped right to the shortstop. They'll turn to 1-2. Jimmy Rollins with the double play at the end of 1 inning, or half an inning, no score here at Chapman Sports. All right, we go to the bottom of the first inning. Matt Cain, the starting pitcher for the Giants here in Game 4. Richie Ashburn, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Phillies. No score here in the bottom of the first inning. The pitch in there for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch to Ashburn. Rips it right to third base. Lindstrom makes the play to first for the out. Ashburn grounds out to third. 1 down for the Phillies. There's their starting lineup for tonight. Shortstop Jimmy Rollins up next. We're in the bottom of the first, no score, 1 out for the Phillies here in Game 4. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1 to Jimmy Rollins. The Giants lead the series 3-0. It's a best of 7. They can wrap it up tonight with a win and advance to the World Series. Right up the middle is base hit by Jimmy Rollins. A 1-out single for the Phillies here in the bottom of the first. So basically the Phillies are facing elimination tonight. They have to win or their season's over. Kyle Schwarber, the left fielder, up next. They throw to first. Rollins back in time. Matt Cain on the mound for the Giants. There's the pitch. It's a pitch out. He does not take the bait. Count goes to 1-0 to Schwarber. One ball, no strikes, 1 out, runner on first. That's Rollins. They throw to first. He's back in time. They throw to first again. He's back in time. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls. No strikes, 1 out, runner on first. That's Jimmy Rollins at first base for the Phillies. 2-0 pitch, inside, 3-0. And now the 3-0 pitch. walk on 4 pitches for Schwarber. And now the Phillies have runners at first and second with 1 out. Mike Schmidt, the third baseman, up next. Outside, 1-0. All of a sudden, Kane can't throw a strike. And now the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. 6 straight balls he's thrown. He walked the last batter on 4 pitches, and now Schmidt's 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Schmidt out into right field, but it's hooking foul. Count goes to 2-1. 1 out, runners on first and second for the Phillies. Here in the bottom of the first, no score. 2-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, out to Bonds in left field. Bonds going over in foul territory, makes the play for the out, quickly throws it in. 2 down for the Phillies as Schmidt flies out to left. Next up, the first baseman, Ryan Howard. Two outs, runners at first and second. The pitch by Cade. Did he go around? Yes, he did. 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And now the 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Rips it foul down the first base line, out of play. Count remains at 2-2 to Ryan Howard. Now the 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Full count to Howard. Full count, 3-2. The pitch by Cade. Fouls it off. Remains 3-2. We're at Shibe Park in Philadelphia. Game 4 of the NLCS. Giants lead the series 3-0. 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. The Giants can wrap it up tonight with a win and advance to the World Series. Or the Phillies can force a Game 5. 3-2 pitch. Rips it. Thompson in right makes the play. At the end of 1 complete, no score. Here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the second. Willie Mays, the center fielder, will lead things off for the Giants. No score here at the top of the second. Pete Alexander on the mound. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. He went around, 0-2. Shibe Park, Philadelphia. Game 4 of the NLCS. 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out, bases empty. 1-2 pitch. Right up the middle, a base hit by Willie Mays, a leadoff single here in the top of the second. It's one right up the middle into center field. So the Giants with a runner on first, nobody out. Here in the top of the second inning. Next up, Orlando Cepeda. He's the DH. The pitch by Alexander. Down low, 1-0. We'll have Game 5 of the White Sox and Mariners after this. That series is tied at 2 games apiece. Our baseball doubleheader tonight. Counts 1-0 to Cepeda. The 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike, nobody out. Willie Mays at first base. The 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball into right field. Back-to-back singles for the Giants to lead off the top of the second inning. Mays followed by Cepeda. And now the Giants have runners at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the second inning. Just past Utley at second base. And now Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, up next. Nobody out, runners at first and second. Outside, ball one, count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Crowd getting restless. Fouls that one off. Count goes to 2-1 to Crawford. Crowd restless because the Phillies face elimination tonight. 2-1 pitch. Ripped. And that's out of here. Home run. A 3-run shot by Brandon Crawford. And the Giants take a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second. I mean, he got a hold of that one. And the Giants take a 3-0 lead on the 3-run shot by Brandon Crawford. Let's watch this one again. I think this one cleared the wall in left field. Let's see where it lands. Yeah, that left the building. And the Giants lead it 3-0. First baseman Willie McCovey up next. Inside, ball one, count goes to 1-0. Still nobody out here in the top of the second inning for the Giants. They lead it 3-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. In their first strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Hit high in the air. Schwarber in left field going back. Makes the play on the warning track for out number one. McCovey flies out to left. One down for the Giants here in the top of the second. Second baseman Jeff Kent comes up to face Alexander. One out, base is empty. Down low, ball one, count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, base is empty. Giants up 3-0. Here's the pitch. A ground ball down the line, fair. Schmidt will throw to first in time. Nice play by Mike Schmidt at third base. Let's watch this one again. Goes far into the hole, off balance throw. But he gets him for out number 2. Tough play for a third baseman. And now Joey Bart, the catcher, comes up next for the Giants. Pops it up. Howard at first base makes the play for the final out. After 1.5 off of Brandon Crawford's 3-run shot, the Giants take a 3-0 lead here at Jammin' Sports. of the second inning here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Bobby Abreu will lead things off for the Phillies, the right fielder. Giants lead it 3-0. They lead the series 3-0. Trying to wrap it up tonight. Matt Cain still on the mound. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Rips it. Pass. Nope. Kent picks it up. Throws to first. Nice play by Jeff Kent at second base. Robbing Abreu of a base hit. Wow. Nice play by Kent. Let's watch it again. Dives, gets to his knee, throws, and gets him out. 1 down for the Phillies here in the bottom of the second. Bryce Harper, the DH, up next. Hits one out to center field. Willie Mays going back, and Mays makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the Phillies here in the bottom of the second. And now Chase Utley, the second baseman, up next. The pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs, bases empty here in the bottom of the second. The 0-1 pitch. Fouls that one off, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. High in the air, down the side, down the third base line, out of play. Count goes to 0-2 to Utley. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2 with 2 outs. Cain trying to retire the side. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swung. Struck him out. At the end of 2 complete. Giants lead at 3-0 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the third inning. Right fielder Hank Thompson will lead things off for the Giants. Here in Game 3 of the NLCS. Giants up 3-0. Pete Alexander on the mound. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. High in the air. And that's going to drop for a base hit into left field. A bloop single for Hank Thompson into shallow left. Schwarber couldn't get to it in time. It's a leadoff single for the Giants in the top of the third inning. Giants up 3-0 here in the top of the third. Third baseman Freddie Lindstrom comes up. Nobody out, runner on first. And he fouls that one off, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Runner on first base. Snap throw to first. Thompson's back in time. One pitch. Rips it foul down the first base line. Count goes to 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. to Freddie Lindstrom. 2-2 pitch. Down low, 3-2. Full count to Lindstrom. 3-2 pitch. And that's a shot right to Rollins. They're going to turn two. Yes. Jimmy Rollins, the shortstop, instigates the double play. And they get both base runners. 2 outs for the Giants. With bases empty now. And Barry Bonds will come up next. Down low and outside. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. High in the air down the left field line, but it's going to fall foul. And that'll even the count at 1-1 to Barry Bonds. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the third. Pitch by Alexander. Right up the gut, base hit. A 2-out single for Bonds. And now Willie Mays, the center fielder, will come up with 2 outs, runner on first. First pitch down low, count goes to 1-0. Top of the third, 2 outs, Bonds on first base. Counts 1-0 to Mays. 1-0 pitch. Out to Abreu and right. Makes the play for the final out. We go to the bottom of the third. Giants up 3-0 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the third inning here in Game 4. JT Realmuto, the catcher, will lead things off for the Phillies. Kane still on the mound. Pitches in there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Rips it high in the air out to Bonds. In left field, Bonds goes back. That one's gone. A solo shot home run by JT Realmuto. And it's now a 3-1 ball game. A solo shot. And the Giants' lead is now 3-1. And now the center fielder, Richie Ashburn, will come up with nobody out, nobody on. Inside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Phillies trying to get back in this game. They're still down by 2 runs. The 1-0 pitch. Up high, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch by Kane. Fouls it off down the third base line. Count goes to 2-1 to Richie Ashburn. 2-1 pitch. High in the air down the right field line, but out of play. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, nobody on. 2-2 pitch. And that's a high fly ball out to right. Hank Thompson makes the play for out number 1. So Ashburn flies out to right. 1 down for the Phillies. Here in the bottom of the third. Shortstop Jimmy Rollins up next. In there for a strike, 0-1. One out, bases empty. The 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off quickly, 0-2 to Rollins. And now the 0-2 pitch. Inside, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. 1 out, bases empty here in the bottom of the third. Giants up 3-1. 1-2 pitch. And that's a base hit. Thompson will throw it in from right field. A 1 out single for Jimmy Rollins. And the Phillies have a runner aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Next up, the left fielder. It'll be Kyle Schwarber. There goes the runner. And they get him out. They cut him down at second base. 2 down for the Phillies. Rollins got gunned down. Watch the throw by Joey Bart, the catcher. Evil Dead's his dome. Good to see Evil Dead. 2 outs now for the Phillies in the bottom of the third. In there for a strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Schwarber. Giants can wrap up the series tonight. 1-1 pitch. He went around. 1-2. I tend to agree. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off down the first baseline. Count remains at 1-2 to Schwarber. We'll have game 5 of the White Sox and the Mariners after this. Struck him out at the end of 3. JT Realmuto gets a solo shot, but the Giants still lead at 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We're at Shibe Park in Philadelphia. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Giants lead the series 3-0. They lead the game 3-1. As we go to the top of the 4th inning, leading things off will be the DH Orlando Cepeda. Pete Alexander still on the mound. He fouls the first pitch off. Count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Giants looking for the 4-game sweep. 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead here with you tonight here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along. 1-2 pitch. Right to Howard at first. Takes it himself. 1 down for the Giants here in the top of the 4th. Cepeda grounds out to first. And now Brandon Crawford, he hit a 3-run shot the last time he came up. He's the shortstop. 1 out, bases empty. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. One out, bases empty. The count's 0-2 to Crawford. The pitch by Alexander. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be snagged out of the air by Mike Schmidt at third base. So Crawford pops out to third for out number 2. And now Willie McCovey, the first baseman, up next. 2 outs, bases empty. Ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. We're in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, bases empty. In there for a strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Willie McCovey. Giants lead it 3-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 1-2 pitch. Ball 2. Inside, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Right to Schmidt at third. He'll throw to first for the out. After 3.5, Giants lead at 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Third baseman Mike Schmidt will come up. Phillies trail by 2. Matt Cain on the mound for the Giants still. Outside, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Pops it into the crowd down the first baseline. Count goes to 1-1. Third baseman Mike Schmidt. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. And now the 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3-1 pitch by Cain. In there for a strike. Full count to Schmidt at 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ball 4. It'll be a leadoff walk for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 4th. Mike Schmidt's aboard. Runner on first, nobody out. First baseman Ryan Howard up next to face Matt Cain. The pitch by Cain. In there for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Down low, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, runner on first base. That's Mike Schmidt. The 1-1 pitch to Howard. Took a big swing and missed. Count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 1. Goes down swinging on strike number 3. He swung a little bit ahead of time. One out, runner on first base. Right fielder Bobby Abreu comes up next. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Mike Schmidt still at first base. And now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off quickly, 0-2 now to Abreu. And now the 0-2 pitch. Up high. Count goes 1-2. Well, the Giants swept the Braves to get here. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. And they're looking to sweep the Phillies. Down low, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, runner on first base. They throw to first. Schmidt's back in time. Meanwhile, the count to Abreu stays at 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 3. Or out number 2, I'm sorry. Got ahead of myself. Out number 2. 2 down for the Phillies. And now the DH, Bryce Harper, will come up. 2 outs, runner on first base. Mike Schmidt still down there at first. Giants lead at 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Harper at the plate. The pitch. Outside, count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. They'll even the count at 1-1 to Harper. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runner on first. And now the 1-1 pitch. Inside, 2-1. Two balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first base. And now the 3-1 pitch to Harper. He fouls it off. We now have a full count at 3-2. Kane trying to get out of the inning. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. It'll be a 2-out walk for Harper. And now the Phillies have runners at first and second. And the second baseman, Chase Utley, will come up next for Philadelphia. Here in the bottom of the 4th, 2 outs, runners at first and second. The pitch. Up high, 1-0. A walk would load the bases. 1-0 pitch. High in the air, out to Bonds in left field. Bonds comes over and makes the final out. At the end of 4 complete, Giants lead at 3-1 here at Chapman Sports. Jeff Kemp, the second baseman, will lead things off for the Giants here in the top of the 5th with a 3-1 lead. Took a big swing and miss, strike 1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Rips it foul down the first baseline. Counts out 1-2. We have Game 5 of the White Sox and Mariners up next after this. That series tied at 2 apiece. A shot into right field, a base hit for Jeff Kemp to lead off the top of the 5th. Abreu throws it in. And the Giants now with a runner on first base, nobody out. Joey Bart will be up next, the catcher. There goes Kemp. And no, he's safe. I thought they had him. Jeff Kemp, safe at second base on a stolen base. Man, I thought they had him. The count's 0-1 to Bart. Now with a runner on second, nobody out. Big swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2 to Joey Bart. Nobody out, runner on second base. That's Jeff Kent here in the top of the 5th. 0-2 pitch. A dribbler back to Alexander. His only play is to first. In time. Be a sacrifice. That moves Kent down to third. And now Hank Thompson, the right fielder, comes up next. One out, runner on third base. A base hit would score a run. Down low, ball one. Walker and Suarez warming up in the bullpen. Counts 1-0 to Thompson. The 1-0 pitch. Out to left field, but it's going to hook foul into the crowd. Count goes to 1-1 to Hank Thompson. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out. Runner on third base. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, 2-2. Jeff Kemp sitting at third. 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3-2. Full count to Hank Thompson. And now the 3-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. 2 down for the Giants. Here in the top of the 5th. Just caught it on the corner. And now the third baseman, Freddie Lindstrom, with 2 outs, and Jeff Kent sitting at third. Outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Right to Schmidt. He'll throw to first for the out. At the end of 4.5, Giants lead at 3-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the bottom of the 5th here in Game 4. JT Realmuto will come up next, the catcher. He hit a solo shot home run the last time he came up. Kane in there for a strike. Counts at 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and miss. 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Down low and outside. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to JT Realmuto. And now the 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And now the 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 1. 1 down for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 5th. Center fielder Richie Ashburn comes up. The pitch by Kane. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. Tries to lay a bunt down, coming in, making the play, Lindstrom at third. Kane pops out for out number 2. Or Richie Ashburn does. Jimmy Rollins, the shortstop, up next with 2 outs, bases empty. And that's fouled down the first base line. Count goes to 0-1 to Jimmy Rollins, the shortstop. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Inside, count goes to 1-2. And now the 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. The 1-2 pitch to Rollins. Outside and low. Count goes to 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Up high. Full count now, 3-2 to Jimmy Rollins with 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. At the end of 5 complete. Giants up 3-1 here at Chapman Sports. We go to the top of the 6th here in Game 4. Leading off for the Giants, Barry Bonds, the left fielder. Took a big cut, missed. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch. A dribbler right to Utley at second. Throws him out. Bonds grounds out to second, 1 down. Next up, the center fielder, Willie Mays, for the Giants. 1 out, bases empty here in the top of the 6th. Giants up 3-1. Alexander the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Count goes 1-0. Bellotti and Brogdon warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. Counts 1-0 to Willie Mays. The 1-0 pitch. He went around. Count goes to 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Rips it out to left field. Schwarber. That one's gone. A solo shot home run by Willie Mays. And the Giants take a 4-1 lead. The Say Hey Kid rips one over the left field fence. Let's take another look. Got a hold of that one. He had a nice swing on that one. Nice uppercut. And that one goes yard. And that's it for Alexander. They're going to pull him. So we'll have a new Philadelphia pitcher. Let's see who the Phillies bring in. This will be Taijuan Walker. He'll come on in relief. We're in the top of the 6th. Giants lead at 4-1. Orlando Cepeda, the DH. And that's fouled off down the third base line. Count goes to 0-1 to Cepeda. 1 out, bases empty for the Giants here in the top of the 6th. It sure seems like it. Down low, 1-1. The Giants swept the Braves in the divisional series as Walker himself will take it. Cepeda grounds it to Howard at first, tosses to Walker, who covers the bag for the out. Back in the 2nd inning, Here's what Brandon Crawford did. He hit it over the wall, out onto the street. A 3-run shot that gave the Giants a 3-0 lead at the time. They now lead 4-1. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, up. And that's a base hit in the left field. The 2-out single for Crawford. Here in the top of the 6th. Let me go back and look at something real quick. Willie McCovey, the first baseman, up with 2 outs, runner on first base. In their first strike. All right, in the wild card round, the Giants swept the Reds 2-0. In the divisional round, they swept the Braves 3-0. The Giants have yet to lose a game. Ripped right to short. Jimmy Rollins will throw to first for the out. But Willie Mays hits a solo shot. Giants lead at 4-1. Kyle Schwarber will lead things off in the bottom of the 6th. Yeah, the Giants have yet to lose a postseason game. I didn't realize that until just now. Willie Mays Hayes from Major League. So think about that for a second. The Giants are 8-0 so far in the playoffs. Schwarber, a ground ball to Kent, scoops it and throws to first for the out. The Giants have not lost a game yet in the postseason. Swept the Reds, swept the Braves, and now they're about to sweep the Phillies. 1 out, bases empty. Mike Schmidt. Is it 9-0? Let's see. The Reds was a best of 3. They won that 2-0. And then it was a best of 5 on the Braves. They swept that 3-0. And now they're up 3-0 here. So that's 8 games. 2, 3, and 3. This would be 9-0 if they win this one. The 2-0 pitch to Schmidt. In their first strike, 2-1. One out, bases empty. Counts 2-1. Outside, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. Popped it up. McCovey makes the play. Cepeda is now playing first base. McCovey and Cepeda have switched. McCovey's now DH today. Ryan Howard, the first baseman, up next. 2 outs, bases empty. Matt Cain still on the mound. Up high, ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. And now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. And now the 2-0 pitch. Ripped it into left field, but Barnes goes back and makes the play. At the end of 6 complete. Giants lead it 4-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Here in Game 4 of the NLCS, Jeff Kent, the second baseman, will lead things off for the Giants. They're up 4-1. Taijuan Walker, the pitcher, first pitch is a strike. And now the 0-1 pitch. He went around 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out on 3 pitches. 1, 2, 3. 1 out for the Giants here at the top of the 7th. Giants can wrap it up tonight and advance to the World Series, or the Phillies can force a Game 5. Right now the Giants are up 4-1. Catcher Joey Bart. Outside, ball 1. But coming into tonight, the Giants are a perfect 8-0 in the playoffs so far. They have yet to lose a game. 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Ripped right to Schmidt. He'll throw to first for the out. So Bart grounds out to third. 2 down for the Giants here in the top of the 7th. We go to the top of the order. It'll be Hank Thompson, the right fielder. 2 outs, bases empty. Rips it foul down the third base line. Count goes to 0-1 to Hank Thompson.
Let's go, Billy.
0-1 pitch. Fouls it off again. It's now 0-2. 2 outs, bases empty here in the top of the 7th. 0-2 pitch. Right to the shortstop. That's Jimmy Rollins. Gets him out. At the end of 6.5. Giants up 4-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We have a new pitcher for the Giants, Alex Wood. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Giants lead Game 4, 4-1. Giants trying to punch their ticket to the World Series with a win tonight. Bobby Abreu, the right fielder, will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's right to Jeff Kent, who snags it out of the air at second base. Abreu lines out to second. 1 down for the Phillies. And now the DH, Bryce Harper, comes up with 1 out, bases empty. Big swing and a miss, strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. Now the 0-1 pitch. Fouls it off down the line, 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Outside, count goes to 1-2 to Bryce Harper. 1 out, bases empty. The 1-2 pitch. Fouls that one off. Count remains at 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. A ground ball. Jeff Kent scoops and throws to first for the out. 2 down for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th. And now the second baseman, Chase Utley, comes up. 2 outs, bases empty. Down low, count goes to 1-0. Nen and Wilson warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. The count's 1-0. Now the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Wood trying to get the final out. He went around. Count goes to 2-1 on Chase Utley here at Shibe Park in Philadelphia. And now the 2-1 pitch. A ground ball right to Crawford. He'll throw to first for the out. At the end of 7, Giants up 4-1 here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 8th. Freddie Lindstrom will lead things off for the Giants. the third baseman. The pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Rips it right to Utley. He'll throw to first for the out. So Lindstrom grounds out to second, 1 down. Giants lead it 4-1 here in Game 4, trying to wrap things up. Barry Bonds, the left fielder, comes up. Evil Dead's correct what he said earlier. The Giants have outclassed everybody so far. Counts up 1-0. Bellotti and Alvarado warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. Giants lead it 4-1 here in the top of the 8th inning. The count's 1-0 to Bonds with 1 out, bases empty. Fouls it off. Counts up 1-1. One pitch. Fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. And now the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Down low, full count now to Bonds with 1 out, bases empty here in the top of the 8th. And now the 3-2 pitch. Struck him out for out number 2 as Bonds goes down swinging. 2 down here at the top of the 8th. And now Willie Mays, the center fielder, back in the 6th inning. Willie Mays hit himself a home run. Here it is. Can he do it again with 2 outs, bases empty? The pitch by Walker up high, 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty. The count's 1-0 to Mays. Now the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 1-1. And now the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. Fouls it off. They'll even the count at 2-2. To the Say Hey kid, Willie Mays. And now the 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Mays at the plate. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4, it's a 2-out walk. Mays is aboard. And now first baseman Orlando Cepeda comes up. 2 outs, runner on first. They throw to first. Mays back in time. Pitch is down low, a ball. Count goes to 1-0 to Orlando Cepeda. We're at Shibe Park in Philadelphia. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Giants lead the series 3-0. They lead the game 4-1. Cepeda fouls it off. That'll even the count at 1-1. Giants trying to stay perfect on the postseason. 1-1 pitch. That's a base hit into right field. And now the Giants have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 8th. Mays moves over to second. Cepeda at first. And now Brandon Crawford, who hit a 3-run homer earlier, the shortstop, comes up. In there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, outside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at first and second. We're in the top of the 8th, Giants up 4-1. 1-1 pitch. Ripped it right to Schmidt. He'll just get the lead runner for the out. At the end of 7 1/2, Giants still lead at 4-1 here at Javits Sports. New pitcher, Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys, comes out. He'll be pitching in relief for the Giants here in the bottom of the 8th. Giants lead at 4-1 over the Phillies. JT Realmuto, the catcher, will come up here in the bottom of the 8th inning to face Brian Wilson. Fouls it off. Count goes to 0-1. Giants up 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, 1 pitch, up high, no, in there for a strike. Count goes to 0-2. I thought that was going to be a ball. So the count to Realmuto goes to 0-2. And now the 0-2 pitch. Swung and struck him out for out number 1. Next up, the center fielder, Richie Ashburn. We go to the top of the Philly order. 1 out, bases empty. The pitch by Wilson. In there for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike, 1 out, bases empty. Oh, 1 pitch. That's ripped out to left, but Bonds makes the play for out number 2. 2 down for the Phillies here in the bottom of the 8th. And now the shortstop, Jimmy Rollins, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. Thompson will throw it in from right field. Jimmy Rollins, a base hit into right. A 2-out single to extend the inning. And now Kyle Schwarber, the left fielder, will come up. 2 outs, runner on first. The pitch. Outside, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-0. 2 outs, runner on first base. Wilson tried to retire the side. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, 2-1. And now the 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. 3 balls and a strike to Schwarber. Runner on first base. They throw to first. Rollins back in time. Meanwhile, the count is 3-1 to Schwarber. 3-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss. It's full. The count's at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Pops it up, out of play, down the third base line. Count remains at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch by Wilson. Again, pops it up down the third base line, foul. Count remains full at 3-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it off. Count remains at 3-2. Tennessee's losing to South Carolina. Okay, thank you. Struck him out. And that'll end the inning. After 8 complete. Giants up 4-1. Here at Jammin' Sports. We go to the top of the 9th here in Game 4 of the NLCS. Willie McCovey, the DH tonight, will lead things off. Giants up 4-1. In their first strike, 0-1. Taijuan Walker rips it down the line. Strike 2. I really butchered his name. Taijuan Walker on the mound for the Phillies. 0-2 pitch. McCovey fouls it off. Count remains at 0-2. Giants trying to get some insurance runs here at the top of the 9th. 0-2 pitch. Down low, 1-2. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out for out number 1. 1 down for the Giants here at the top of the 9th. I'm sure they will. Jeff Kent, the second baseman, up next. 1 out, bases empty. Here at the top of the 9th. In there for a strike, 0-1. And now the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike, 0-2. 1 out, bases empty. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Out into right field, Abreu gets under it for out number 2. Kent flies out to right. 2 down for the Giants here at the top of the 9th. And now Joey Bart, the catcher, will come up. 2 outs, bases empty. The pitch by Walker. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Count goes to 0-1. 0-1 pitch. Rips it right to Utley. He'll make the play for the final out. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th. Giants up 4-1 here at Jammin' Sports. All right, new pitcher for the Giants, Rob Nen, here in the 9th inning. The Giants are 3 outs away from the World Series and a 4-game sweep of the Phillies. Philadelphia has to score 3 to tie. They need 4 to win. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Mike Schmidt will lead things off for Philadelphia. Giants trying to wrap up the series. The pitch by Nen. In there for a strike, 0-1.
0-1.
Now the 0-1 pitch. Evens the count at 1-1. It was low. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out, nobody on. Mike Schmidt at the plate. The 1-1 pitch. A ground ball. Jeff Kent will pick it up, throw to first for the out. The Phillies are down to their last 2 outs. The Giants are 2 outs away from the World Series. First baseman Ryan Howard up next for Philadelphia. 1 out, bases empty. Count goes to 1-0. Inside, count goes to 2-0. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. High to baseball up there. 2 balls and a strike, 1 out, bases empty to Ryan Howard. 2-1 pitch. Ball 3 inside. Three-1 pitch. He went around. Full count now to Howard at 3-2. 0-2 pitch. Struck him out looking for out number 2. And the Giants are 1 out away from the National League Championship and advancing to the World Series. Right fielder Bobby Abreu with 2 outs, bases empty. Phillies down to their last out of the season. The pitch by Nen, up high, 1-0. The Giants can reach the World Series for the first time since the first sim season. This is the 4th. Fouls it off, count goes to 1-1. They lost to the Orioles in 6 games back in the first sim season. The 1-1 pitch. Oh, Abreu gets all of that. It's now a 2-run game. A solo shot by Bobby Abreu keeps the Phillies alive here in the bottom of the 9th. It's now 4-2 in favor of the Giants. Yeah, a little too late though. They still need 2 more runs to tie it up. Let's watch this again. We've got the White Sox and the Mariners up next. Game 5 of that series. That series is tied at 2 games apiece. That's crazy. Bryce Harper comes up in there for a strike. The Phillies are still down to the last out. The Giants are still 1 out away from the National League pennant. The 0-1 pitch to Harper. Did he go around? No. Inside, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases empty. And now the 1-1 pitch. Rips it foul. Count goes to 1-2. The Phillies are down to their last strike. The count's at 1-2. The pitch by Nen. It's to Kemp at second. He throws to first. And the Giants are National League champions. They win the series 4-0. A series sweep for the Giants. Giants are National League champions. They will advance to the World Series with a 4-2 win over the Phillies. And the Giants are a perfect 9-0 in postseason play. Up next, game number 5 of the American League Championship Series between the White Sox and the Mariners. It's up next here at Jammin' Sports.